Hi guys, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with my latest journal and I thought that I would come along and decorate the cover with you guys. I know that lots of people replied in my giveaway saying that they would like to see more covers and things. So obviously, you know, I apologise for those people who, you know, this is a little bit sort of dull because obviously I've done covers before, but you know, obviously it would never be the same cover, so you know it might be very similar but it would never be the same, so you know hopefully you'll still get something out of it. So this was a cover that I made ahead and it's just a soft envelope cover, and obviously the fabric that I used was just intended to be like a sort of base to get the cover started, if you see what I mean. So, you know, of course it looks absolutely fine and could easily leave it like this, but I'm not intending on leaving it like this. So I don't have a plan yet of how this cover's going to look, but, you know, it may be that very little of it is actually ending up, you know, visible. It may be that loads of it will, who knows, but we'll just, you know, get sort of seeing what pans out really as we go. So I've brought along a whole abundance of different laces and trims and things like that. These are kind of super special ones that really I'd received in Happy Mail, lots of these. So I thought that they would look really, really pretty on here. And I've also brought along a couple of these kind of brooch type bits that again I received in Happy Mail, and I just wondered whether maybe they might look good on here. So we'll just have a look and see kind of what pans out really. So this one here is a dangly kind of charm. So if I just take it out of the packaging, oops, like that. So this could just hang from something, maybe on a bulb pin or something like that. I mean, it could even hang here. I quite like the idea of that. Whereas this obviously is a much bigger piece, and actually this is a brooch, which again we could kind of incorporate. Now I have brought along as well a flower, one of my handmade flowers that again is just a brooch, and I was thinking we could kind of pin it somewhere. So it might be that we'll end up with kind of two, we might end up with none, you know, who knows. We'll just kind of play it by ear and see what evolves from the cover really. So the only thing with this, it's covering up an awful lot of the blue, and so it's then kind of seeming, you know, very brown. I'm just going to raise the camera slightly because obviously this journal's really huge, and I don't know, you know, how much is kind of in frame. I don't want to cover up any blue that's on there and just be left with the brown really, because essentially inside it's very blue based journal. So I want to kind of stick with, you know, with the theme of what's in there as much as I can. But I do like, as you know, lots of trims and lace and things like that. So let's just have a look and kind of see what we can incorporate. So I've also got some other lace trims and things like that in my little bag beside my desk. So it may be that I will decide to kind of bring more blue in. So I've got this one, for instance, and this would introduce much more blue. You know, it takes the cover to looking much more blue than much more brown, if you see what I mean. You know, when you take it off, it straight away has quite a brown look, where when you put it on, it instantly is, you know, verging much more blue. So I quite like that, to be honest. So I'm going to just kind of hold that, or, you know, leave that placed there. I'm going to cut that down actually. So I'll just snip it off at the bottom like that. And I'm not going to glue anything on for the moment. I'm just going to kind of place things around. And then once I'm, you know, happy with where things are, then I'll probably start gluing some things on then. So as I say, I mean, I love this kind of doily piece. So I wouldn't mind having this somewhere. Again, it's quite a large piece. I think this must have been like a collar or something like that, which, I mean, how beautiful is that? Yeah, really, really, really love it. In fact, look, it's still got the button on there where it must have done up. Oh, so lovely. It's kind of too good to actually cut up, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know whether I can bring myself to cut it. Oh, I had a kind of, I mean, I don't make New Year's resolutions, but I did say I was going to start using things that people have sent me in this 2021, because of course people have sent it. They want to see you use it, don't they? So I'm going to be strong and I'm going to try and stick to that. I mean, obviously it's early on in the year. Who knows whether I will actually stick to that. I'd like to think that I would, but who knows? As the year goes by, I might get less and less strong and less likely to use things. But yeah, so if we have that, and then this collar, just kind of seeing where might look good. I mean, might not really, you know, be able to get it on here at all. We'll just kind of see. I mean, that's quite nice. And then I've got this beautiful white lace, which the white is quite nice because it's quite kind of crisp, and it's got like a fresh kind of feeling to it, I think. So that would be quite nice to have on there somewhere. Again, just trying to work out which is the right and the wrong way of that lace. I mean, maybe we should have some kind of like bunched kind of up together, or something like that. Or perhaps we should have some poking out from the, you know, from this bit of collar. I'm not sure. Not sure. It's a tough one, to be honest. Let's just have a look at this brooch off of the cardboard. So because that's super pretty, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, I do really like that, I have to say. So, let's just see. I've featured a lot of this lovely blue lace inside the journal. So, I mean, you know, from a continuity point of view, that would be quite nice to actually incorporate somewhere on the cover. And again, I mean, I do normally quite like to cover up the spine where the stitches are showing, just because, you know, I don't think they're the nicest looking thing. So covering up the spine is probably, you know, something else I would quite like to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim this down and then I'm going to see whether I can tear this edge piece across or off like that, because I'm not so keen on that straight edge. I mean, that just looks so much more delicate instantly once that harsh line has gone. So again, I'm just going to tear this off. Oops. Like that. Okie dokie. Yeah, I mean, instantly to me that just looks, you know, 100% better. So I'm going to start, I think, by gluing that on. So, and then we've got one thing that's actually fixed down already onto the page. So it's a good, you know, good starting point. So, oops, don't know what's happened to my fabric tack. Oh, come on. I'll just unclog that. It doesn't very often get clogged up, but I guess there's a first for everything, isn't there? So it's obviously just not feeling it today. Right. I mean, this actually is very wholly lace, and I should have done that trick with my hand, shouldn't I? Perhaps I still could. Okay. So we'll just kind of do it for the front first. And then we can glue the back on in a moment. So like that. Okay, and then we can do the back. So obviously, oops, obviously not using that hand trick, because now I've stuck it down. I can't really wipe it on my hand, but I'll just try and do some of the, you know, get some of the filled in bits of lace like that. Okay, so just glue that one down. Okie dokie. Oops. So instantly I'm liking that a lot better now we've covered up the spine, and feel much happier with that. I do really like this, oops, this blue running down the edge, so I think I am going to do that. And then obviously it's kind of this other section that I just need to kind of think about, you know, how to do that and what I would like to have on that, I think. So should we go for it and glue this piece down here? So I'm just going to go down the edge with the glue. Like that. Okay. There we go. Stuck that on there like that. Now I've got a bit of the envelope showing up here, if you can see. So of course I want to kind of disguise that somehow as well. So I might just ink it up at first so it's, you know, not quite so glaringly white, just in case I can't manage to cover it up completely. So like that. But I just need to keep that a bit in mind whilst I'm, you know, finding things or deciding how to glue things down. I just need to keep it in mind that I want to somehow cover that up. So I've got this little flower that I just spotted in my tub beside me, which again, you know, it's quite a sort of pretty journal, and that flower is quite pretty, so I just think actually that's quite nice to have on there. And again, you know, it's something else off my desk, which is always a good thing, isn't it? So I might just take that down again. I used to sort of think I didn't always cut those headers off of the lace, but actually it seems that, you know, more and more I do. I think they're just they've just got like a harsh edge, haven't they? And by just trimming them off, it just softens everything completely. So I'm just going to have a look. So if I were going to have the brooch on there, just wondering whether we could kind of do that as some sort of closure. Right, I do have, I think, a snippet roll. Let me just go and get my fabric snippet rolls and have a look. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back and I've got this snippet roll, which is kind of ivory and white lace, really. So I thought this would be quite nice, actually. And what I thought we could do is use this as a closure. So if I kind of attach the brooch, then what we could do is wrap it around and then pin it closed using the brooch, which I thought would be really quite nice. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm just checking which way round I'd like it to be. So probably like that. So I'm just going to snip it down here. Okay. And I have to say, would want this actually glued on. I mean, yeah, you don't need to have it glued on. You could have it so it's completely removable. But I'd quite like to have it glued on so it's almost like part of the decoration of the cover. So I'm just going to see how it looks and how it works. Closing the brooch, whoops, over the snippet roll. Oh my goodness, it would help if I could see it properly. There we go. Oh, that's so pretty, isn't it? And so then actually I've got one of my button embellishments there, and to be honest, I don't actually think it needs very much else. I think, you know, that actually looks stunning just exactly as it is. So yeah, I might kind of have a less is more going on today, which we do not hear me say that very often. But yeah, maybe a less is more. I mean, again, I probably wouldn't really choose to have this lace here, but obviously I do want to cover up that white edge. So I'm going to just have that there. So let's just, again, do that messy hand trick with the lace. Okay. So we just then pop that, oh, place that down like that. And then just tuck it under that lace. And then what I'll probably do is just dab a little bit of hot glue onto that lace there. And that will just kind of hold it all down neatly. Yeah, I quite like that. And then we've got the button embellishment. Now, do we want the flower anywhere? Oh gosh, no, it's getting a bit cluttered, isn't it? So yeah, definitely not that. Do we want kind of diamante trim anywhere? No, again, it's probably, you know, probably would be getting a little bit on the cluttered side, I think. So yeah, probably best not. So let me put that away. Do we want any of this blue? So what we could do is kind of edge that with some blue lace, which would kind of, you know, go running over the snippet. I actually quite like it, you know, with the snippet like that, to be honest. And then the only other thing really was obviously I had bought that flower along. So now I'm not sure about that either. Let me just check whether we might prefer. Yeah, probably just like that. So it's just a case really of, shall we glue the snippet on or shall we just leave it kind of, you know, bare? Not sure to be honest. Let me just have a look quickly, because I'm now thinking this has got a couple of these pretty flowers, and I'm just seeing whether I've got any in my stash here on my desk, because I might like a couple of those flowers kind of on it, because they would just tie the snippet roll to the cover quite nicely. So they're not in there, they are just in my drawer, my cupboard, sorry, beside me. So let me just grab them. Hold on. Oh, nearly falling off my chair here. So one day that's going to happen, I'm sure, but thankfully not today. Not today. So I'm just going to cut these down. Let's just snip that off there. I don't know actually. Maybe those flowers even are too much. I don't know. I do love the snippet roll. I don't love this, obviously. I mean, of course, I've just used that to try and cover up, you know, and disguise, you know, what was essentially a kind of, you know, shoddy cover. Sorry, I'm just putting those flower trims back and just seeing whether I've got anything else, you know, poking out the cupboard that I could use. I have got a little hand stitch ruffle. I mean, that's quite sweet there, isn't it? I'm just going to stand up and look down on this, because sometimes that really does help get a different, you know, a whole different perspective when you look from above. Because we've got some of this fabric actually inside the journal, so I wondered whether this might look quite cute here on the cover somewhere. And obviously with that button embellishment as well. Oh, it's a tough decision, isn't it? I think this is my only issue that I'm kind of having with this journal, to be honest. Yeah, which is annoying. I'm trying to think really whether I could do anything to kind of overcome that really. I've got obviously some of the snippet roll left. So I just wondered whether we could actually, you know, cut off a piece of the snippet roll. That's just weird, isn't it? That's just very weird, so don't think we'll bother doing that. Trying to think whether I've got anything else that might look okay there. Just looking through my little kind of drawer of ready-made stuff. I mean, that's quite nice. Not sure how brilliantly that goes, to be honest, with the journal. I don't know. The only thing is, then I feel a bit like I've got this weird thing going on here, and then I've got like a kind of diagonal line going across the middle, which is that just more weirdness, and probably would be better without. Oh gosh, that's now lined up. Well, I think I do like the button, to be honest, although now I've moved it. If we don't have the button and we just have this over here, kind of on the side, or up here, kind of more covering up that stuff. Oh. Sweetheart, do you want to come and help Mummy and see what you think? My daughter's up here. I'm going to get a second opinion from her.
I was just making like...
Come on then.
It was like a cookie and you put like chocolate and marshmallows in it.
She's playing a game. Right, what do we think to this? So, do you like this here? Do you like it better with nothing? Do you like it that side? Do you like it down there? Or do you like the button? What do you think? What do you think looks good?
Maybe you should get that thing. No, get that thing.
This, yeah.
Yep, and put it there. That might look good. I think that looks good.
What, you like that the best?
Yeah.
You prefer it to the button, do you?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
Oh, I'm still not sure now. Because I quite like the button. Kind of looks brighter. What do you think? What do you think? I don't know.
I think I want you to do the blue one because I think it looks better.
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Like there's flowers inside there. Like there's flowers inside. Mini flowers.
Are you sure that you don't like the button?
I don't know. I don't know which one. Maybe the white one actually.
What, the button?
Yeah, the button.
You do think the button. Have I just persuaded you?
No, not really.
No, not really.
No.
You've
Maybe put it there.
just there. Yeah? Okay, right. I'm going to go with her opinion. My gosh, that took a long time deciding, didn't it? Thank you, sweetie.
Welcome.
That was a tough one, wasn't it? Yeah, that was tough. Right, I'm just going to check that I don't want to have this blue anywhere else. No. Right, I think I'm going to go with the less is more, would you believe? I mean, that really never happens, to be honest. But for some reason, I'm feeling a less is more kind of thing coming on today. So, yeah, I think I'm going to kind of just do that, really. I've not even attached the snippet roll. I've just left the snippet roll loose. Because then I guess, you know, whoever gets the journal, they could remove the snippet roll altogether. Although, to be honest, I don't like it without the snippet roll. So, do you know, I'm going to add the snippet roll. Yep. Okay, I've made a decision. So at least I've made a decision about something. So let's just roll that over like that. And I'm going to glue this down here on the back. Okay, right, let's just hot glue this down. Make sure I've got plenty of glue. Okay, right, so we'll just pop that on there. Like that. Oh wow, that was close. Look, I just literally, the glue stopped here. So yeah, just literally had enough to do that, which funnily enough, I didn't really think I'd put enough glue on there. I thought that I was going to have to peel some back and do more, but turned out to be just the right amount of glue, so that was lucky. Okay, yep, I like that, I think. So definitely, you know, looks better, I think, with the snippet roll attached. And I'm just going to pull in these flowers one last time. Okay. unless we just, let me snip that separated. Let me just check whether we might like anything underneath, so that when you kind of move the snippet roll, it might be like, ooh, surprise. No, I don't think I do. Wow, I don't think I do. This is a very minimalist cover for me. Yeah, very minimalist, to be honest. But I think super pretty with the snippet roll. It's, you know, it's kind of all it needs, really. So I'm going to just squish that in like that, and then we'll just pin that together through there. Oh my goodness, this is hard to do when I can't get my head close enough to actually see. And then just, whoops, close that brooch. Come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay. Yeah, so, oops. I need to, I think, wrap that slightly tighter around there. Okay. Right. Let's do it tighter like that. Okay. So, just then go in there, and then, oops, where's the pin now? Honestly, I can't really see because it's clouded right over as if it's about to rain, and yeah, kind of need to get my head closer. Oh, sorry, now that's the phone. Okay, so yeah, I think that's done really. I mean, definitely not what I thought it was going to turn out like, because I thought I was going to smother it in, you know, lace everywhere, but actually I quite like it like that, because I think that the snippet roll and the brooch are, you know, more than enough, to be honest, to you know, add some pretty effects. And to be honest, I mean, I could even kind of just pop a flower on there if I wanted. You know, that looks quite pretty. And again, the flower, this is just a brooch that I've made, so, you know, if whoever got the journal didn't like the flower and thought, you know, that's just too much, they could just take that flower straight off. So I'm just going to clip it on here like that. Oh, come on. Oh. Or maybe not. We'll see. Oh, yep. So I'm just going to pop that on like that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the light's kind of dimming, so it's a bit tricky to see. But so they can take the flower off, obviously, and then you could wear it, you know, as a brooch. So before I decide about that flower, I suddenly remembered I've got my tassels. So I've just pulled out this blue one. So I'm just going to peel this, or not peel this, but undo this flower again, because I suddenly thought, well, actually, maybe a tassel would look really great. So, oh, not that side. No, not that side, but maybe this side. Whoops. So this tassel is obviously just threaded through a bulb pin. So I'm just going to pin it on with the bulb pin, she says. Again, struggling to see what I'm doing in this light. Oh my goodness. Come on. Oh my goodness, no, I definitely can't see what I'm doing here. Right, let me sit down again so that I'm a little bit closer to the fabric. Aha, there we go. Okay, can I get it through there? Yeah. So that's it with the tassel. Maybe the tassel just looks really weird. I think I preferred it with the flower. So yeah, I'm going to take the tassel off again. It's going to go tassel-less and with the flower instead. So let's take that off. It's just weird, isn't it? How sometimes, you know, things look really, really great. And, you know, these tassels, I mean, I absolutely love using them now. But just on there, I just thought, oh no, that doesn't look very good. And yet, when I spotted them, I was, you know, sure that it was going to be, you know, the thing that the journal needed was the tassel. But yeah, it just then looked really strange. Okay, There or there? Oh, let's put it this side now. Whoops. See, now I'm just mixing it up and, you know, rearranging it again. So, right, let's go through that. Through that fabric and the lace. Oh my goodness. So fiddly. Oh, why did I do this? Why did I decide to do this? Oh my gosh. Right, hopefully that's on there. I can't really see whether it is or not, but hopefully that's on. So that's the finished cover. Yeah, I like that better. So just before I go, I know I keep on saying that and I'm still here mucking about, but just before, just want to check that we don't want a book plate or something. Or maybe that's just what it needs on there. Do you know, I quite like that. I'm going to go for that. Okay. I felt like it definitely needed something, but I wasn't quite sure what. So I think that looks really nice on there. I'm just going to try a little bit of white lace underneath it. So I've just put the lace away. I'm going to just get it back out. Just going to check whether we need this here. So again, just kind of cut that down. And then again, just kind of make it look a little bit more scruffy. Like that. I mean, yeah, the ends are not overly scruffy, but just scruff them up a little bit. There we go. Might be way too big. Let me just have a look. Those are just some book plates that I've kind of ready prepared with brads and things. So just move that. Yeah, I definitely think that's nice like that. Well, we could have it up there, covering up that headband. And of course, then I would get rid of that flower because it doesn't really need both. So, oh my gosh, I'm unpinning this flower again. I mean, as if I didn't struggle enough to put it on there, I'm now taking it back off for the third time. Okay, let's move that out of the way. So this would go up there. That's a bit weird, isn't it? I mean, I'm just, you know, trying to cover that whole headband thing that's going on there. But I think it does ultimately look better at the bottom. Let me just check. Again, let me just stand up and look down. I mean, I just think it's so surprising, the different perspective from, you know, looking down at a height. So that's that. That's it with the lace. Okay, and then down there with the lace. To be honest, I actually quite like it everywhere. And I actually like it with or without the lace. I think it's quite pretty now. But I'm going to put it up there because I think it does sort of balance out this piece here. So I'm going to just have it here. And all I'm going to do is just literally hot glue this on. So just checking that my brads are not going to be, you know, hanging out on the sides or anything. And then all I'm going to do is just glue this straight down, and the hot glue obviously will then hold that lace fixed as well. So like that, like that. Oops. She says the hot glue is going to hold that lace in place, and now of course it's not. It's now not. Ah, okay. So that lace is kind of more filled in than I thought. So I might just have to kind of go in with a little bit of extra lace here. Glue here. So just that bit there. And then I'll just see whether it's glued down the other side or not. Okay. A bit of extra here. Like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm much happier with that. It looks a lot better. So yeah, we're not going to have the flower after all. But I think the journal book plate just finishes that off So yeah, definitely prefer that. Okay, right. Okay, so yeah, much happier now. I hope that you enjoyed the quick video. I mean, obviously this was not at all what I thought it would turn out like. I mean, I didn't have a plan, as I say, but you know, the last thing I thought was that it would be a minimalist type cover, because I very rarely kind of have the whole less is more concept going on. But I do really like it. I think it looks really pretty. So yeah, I hope that you like it, and hopefully see you guys again soon. So thank you so much for watching.